Howdy there, folks. The name is Wyatt Hoss Rancher. I'm the Teaching Cowboy, and if you're watching this video, then you're probably interested in taming a little thing I like to call the Wild Wild Web. That's right. You see, the Wild Wild Web, it's a wild place, right? And there's plenty of folk out there that want to try and tame that place. Now, not me. Wyatt Hoss Rancher, I can handle the Wild Wild Web. That's fine and all, but I know a lot of you teacher folks out there, it's a scary place. You want to come and experiment and play and hang out in the Wild Wild Web with Rancher, that's fine, but there might be a few things you can do to try and help tame it a little bit. That way it's a little more acceptable for you city folk, right? So let's say you want to go ahead and create a page on Facebook, right? Because your kids are all over Facebook. You want to try and connect to them where they are out there in the Wild Wild Web. So let's go ahead, let's pull up Facebook here. There we go. I'm logged into my page here, right here. And I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom here. I'm going to click on create a page right there. See that? There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And oh man, I got all these options here. They're going to try and, which one do I click on? It's kind of like a trap, right? At the end of Dead End Gulch there, don't be fooled by this stuff. You want to come down here where it says artist, band, or public figure, because you're a teacher. You're kind of a public figure, right? So let's go ahead, go down here. Let's click on teacher. There we go, and put my name in there, Mr. Rancher. That's right. You might be surprised by that. We still got manners out here in the Wild Wild Web. Your parents done raised you, right? Huh? So, you go ahead and put Mr. in there. I'm going to click I agree to the Facebook page's terms. I could go read that for you right now. That's a whole nother video about the Wild Wild Web. You take care of that later. I'm going to click get started here. And, oh man, one of these no good, dirty, rotten security code things. Let's get this in here. Oh man, there we go. Click submit. Get past that. I can't even do it right. Look at this. I swear I'd sell my horse if I didn't have to do these things. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now I got to upload an image from my page. So let's go ahead. I'll choose a page here, or choose a photo. Go down here. There's a good looking mug right there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna go with that right there. I'm gonna continue. I could invite some friends, but you know what, Rancher? You don't have many friends out here on the Wild Wild Web. I'm just going to skip that one. Basic info. You got a teacher website. You put this in here right there. Maybe somewhere else where you post things for the parents, all that homework, the good stuff right there. I'm just going to put in the school district here that I'm hanging out in. They happen to be a pretty nice school district. And, hey, look at that. There we go. I got a page. Get started. Got a like button. I think I'm going to like myself. Nothing wrong with that, you can go ahead and do that, like yourself, get yourself started there. I mean, the Wild Wild Web, it's a pretty mean, dirty, rotten place. There's plenty of people. They'll hate you 6 ways from Sunday. You give them a wrong look, so you might as well get a few people to like you right off the bat here. So here we go. So now I'm on my page. I'm going to come over here to this button that says edit page, because this is the Wild Wild Web here, folks. You may not be prepared for it. All sorts of folks come in onto your page. They start posting things and pictures and images and links and who knows what. It's wild. Let's go ahead and click on this edit page here. There we go. So it's going to go right here to this permissions page here. And you got all sorts of things, visibility if you just want to turn your page off because you had enough of this Wild Wild Web. You just want to go home, back to the city. But let's scroll down here. You can see we got our age restrictions, what our wall tabs show, and our default landed tab. We're not interested in that. This right here, this posting ability, this is what's going to concern you. Because if you want to try and tame that Wild Wild Web, especially this Wild Wild website, these are the things that you want to take a look at right here. See, look at this. By default, users can write or post content on the wall. They can add photos. They can add tags of you. They can even add videos. So, me, Wyatt Rancher, I could handle these things. I live out here on the Wild Wild Web. You folks, you might want to try and tame this a bit. We're just going to turn these off right here. So what that means is the only person posting to Mr. Rancher's page is me. Once I post, if people go and like it, they can leave comments, that's fine and everything. But this is going to make sure they can't just go post any pictures, videos, any other things that might be inappropriate going from the wild, wild web into the classroom. So I'm going to come down here, and I've even got a profanity block list. And let me tell you folks, the things that are said here on the wild, wild web, they would make a kindergartner's toes curl up. I tell you, it is not nice. So I'm going to go ahead and set this profanity block list up to strong. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. And there we go. Now you can see everything's all changed. So I'm going to come back up here to this button where it says View Page. And I haven't done anything with my page yet, so I get this Get Started here so I can put in all my info and everything like that. But if I go back to edit my page, I can do all sorts of things, all my basic information, my profile picture. I can fill that out later. But everything we got now, you're all set. You're all set. You kind of started to tame this wild, wild web. But remember, folks, this is your choice. You got to figure out how you want to use this. And, you know, if you're not quite ready for the wild, wild web out there like Rancher here, that's all right. That's fine. I understand. But if you want to go ahead and dip your toes into this shark-infested pool over here, this Facebook place, you know, you might want to go ahead and check out some of those options to make sure that you're kind of playing nice in this wild, wild west place. Well, that's it, folks. That's all I got for you today. So I hope you have fun trying to tame that wild, wild web, and I hope you're successful with it. I got some cattle to go rustle up, and well, see you later. Adios.